President Zelensky has this weekend rejected a bid by the United States for access to $500 billion of mineral resources in return for further military support or security guarantees. In an interview with the broadcaster NBC, Mr. Zelensky questioned whether minerals in areas currently held by Russia might be handed over to President Putin. Well, Ukraine holds huge deposits of critical elements and minerals, everything from lithium to titanium. It also has sizable coal deposits, as well as oil, gas and uranium. But much of this is in territories that are currently under Russian control. Well, let's speak to Robert Mugger, who's the founder of IGA-RAPE, the institute. He joins me now from Munich, where he's been attending that conference. Good to have you here. And talk to me, first of all, about Ukraine's position in the world mineral market. What has it got and why does America want it?
Well, good to be with you. I mean, the first thing to say is that Ukraine is a critical mineral superpower. It's got about 117 of the 120 minerals that are desired by countries around the world, many of which are desired by the United States and the European Union, and has, as you said, an abundance of hydrocarbons, oil and gas, especially coal, but also things like titanium, iron, lithium, rare earths, all minerals that are highly sought after in the rush for the green transition, as well as for aerospace and defense.
Yeah, and they're so crucial in that green transition, of course, particularly for their role in batteries. And we know that that is at the centre of that big row between the US and China. And so Ukraine probably finds itself caught between the two in terms of who has access to it, because if you have access, you have power.
Well, that's right. I mean, we estimated back in 2022 that Ukraine had something in the order of $26 trillion worth of deposits. The big challenge, though, is not only are those not fully developed, but about 20 to 30% of those back in 2022 were in Russian-occupied areas. And so while Ukraine has an abundance of many of these kinds of minerals that are being sought after, especially, as you say, for electric vehicles as well as for defense systems, a lot of these aren't yet developed or are only partially developed. And that was an issue that was actually being addressed before the war started, but the Russian-Ukraine war actually slowed down the auctions that were being planned by the European Union at the time.
And so is it your assessment here that these minerals are being used as a bargaining chip in terms of whether the US will support either militarily or in terms of security guarantees? They're saying, look, give us access to these minerals, then you get our support, and without it, we won't. I mean, is that what it looks like right now?
I would say this is a bit of a long shot for Ukraine. I mean, I think, first of all, there's definitely interest globally and has been interest in a variety of minerals in Ukraine for years. But right now, I think what Ukraine desperately seeks is more economic entanglement with the United States, especially in those areas that are occupied by Russia or those areas that are adjacent, as well as security guarantees so that there's a long-term investment from the United States in Ukraine. But it's going to take hundreds of billions of dollars of investment to really build an industry that's going to be one that the U.S. wants to preserve and protect. So I think Ukraine is really pushing hard right now with the United States to try to come up with some kind of arrangement that provides a satisfactory solution both for its domestic constituencies, but also security guarantees in the eventual ceasefire and peace deal that we're all hoping will be achieved at some point in the coming months or years.
Robert, it's good to talk to you. Thank you. We will talk about this again, I'm sure. But Robert Mugger there, thank you.